Welcome back. We're watching some more Frieren, and as she is slowly understanding herself, her own emotions, her feelings for the hero and his party, what it means to be human with shorter lifespans, I know that 2 episodes in, and we are, well, at least I am quite invested. Would like to know a bit more about the world, its people, its inhabitants, what the hero party has managed to do, how they've managed to change the world for the better. Not only that, Frieren herself trying to understand, recognize some of her own thoughts and feelings, even if they may be a little late. But right now, she has a new little apprentice by her side. One that seems to be doing fairly well. What kind of magic is she going to embark on, going to learn? Let's sit down and find out. What kind of adventures are our elf and little mage going to get on today? Considering I don't believe she has any grand plans at the minute other than just wandering around gathering more magic and seeing the world. So each time is every episode kind of going to be its own self-contained little story within this world. And considering we had the last one, which we had a passing of another party member, are we going to be talking to the dwarf at any point? It was said that he was getting old, he can't swing a sword like he used to. I think there's a certain sense to this, kind of like, I think it's Mushoku Tensei that I'm thinking of, the line art and whatnot, where it's slightly softer and blending into the background, like it's got a filter or something over it, a bit of grain. And then I find out it's just my monitor all along. But of course, she's still in training. Why would she need to go get anything important? Herbs. These herbs. Decoration. Where can I find this potion? Some things are, on the surface, useful. Others, maybe not. It's a good expression. Silent contempt tonight. This is my life. But even if, say, the skull, for instance, you can't see an immediate use for it, maybe Frieren herself, there's more going on there. Maybe she has a grander understanding of some magic or incantation that requires it. She needs to go to the bathroom. It's such a conflicted face. Don't give away her position. That cat. It was sent by Frieren herself to distract her. She's going to turn back and she's gone. Well, I think certain medicines can find a use. Yeah. Is she going to spend her entire day? Going to spend the entire day following her and not getting any necessities? Is it going to be she's trailing her and seeing her do all these unnecessary things, and it's really just putting together some, I don't know, party for her? It's been 1 year since they started adventuring. What is this place? They are very happy. Actually, I think this is the perfect place. I mean, just look how dapper the bartender is. Perfect. As long as there isn't any sort of code words. Oh, it's a hookah place. Hookah. Yeah. I do like how it's like the on the surface brash adventurer types where they get themselves into trouble, and they're not exactly shying away from that, but it's also just helping her find some pastries and the like. Why are you taking the box with you? Better rush to get that done. She was off doing unnecessary things. She hasn't had anything in months. She just happened to hear about someplace nice as well. Yeah, what better place to gather in information than some adventurer bar? You doubted me? What? Price is no object. Is it these secret savings in which she is splurging on the clove melting potions and the like? Is there some history behind what she's about to choose as well? Now, just the mention of the pudding itself? What happens if she tastes it? And even though he had been doing it, who would have guessed? Yeah, even if he had been informing her slowly, it took her far too long to understand and to finally to know anything about them. She put her um, suspicions that she was out getting unnecessary things over her own birthday. Couldn't think the two were connected at all. Hopelessly dense. I mean, that might be putting it nicely, to be fair. Even if it's in her own way, the fact that you don't have to get it right every time. And the fact that she finds it difficult just means it's even more endearing when she's attempting. knows her own limitations and still tries. And she'll wear that with a sense of pride from here on out. And the fact that, yeah, we have a journey with no set destination, no goal, so to speak. It wants to regain something that once was lost. Is the journey itself trying to recapture the moments she's had with the party going to be more painful than she realizes? Okay. Some of these places have seen better days. I like how the hut itself had sagged and sunk. Let's hope she has picked up on some barrier magic. Hopefully she knows a few good recovery spells as well, just in case. Still not good enough. Try again. Fair enough. I like this. Even if it is a little hands-on trial by fire. How many trees and whatnot would be sacrificed for their mock battles, her training? Hmm. You just have to have a bigger mana supply. If you can preempt where things are going to go, the trajectory and whatnot, if she manages to instantaneously cast it and cancel out any attacks coming towards her, that's a good thing to learn immediately, but if she can master it, Jesus. She is looking after her well-being. She is, read it to her at bedtime. Well, who would turn down a nice story at bed? Is this a familiar looking arch? How many villages has she been to before? This is personal. He has been waiting for quite a while. Was he but a tiny child as well? Okay. Another village that was saved, ransacked, burned to the ground, but it's a story passed down through the ages. Ah, he made this journey. I mean, it's really good to see a hero actually go back and check on the places he had passed through before. So cold. She might be a little absent, but not completely heartless. Oh, that's how they sealed him? Petrified in stone. I wonder if he's going to take out the anger on the birds that have used him as a lavatory rather than any humans right away. Was it a joint effort more than... Yeah, why seal it instead of just defeat him? And now, after 80 years or so, what does she have up her sleeve? That was cool. It found any gap possible, went right through. Might be a reason to read that magical theory history book. However, now she's become wiser. Did he rely on it? He became complacent in his strength. Go on then. Is she going to be out of harm's reach? Oh, there's the birds I was talking about. The fact that she is, standing next to her in all of this. We were told how big and scary he was. How the heroes party themselves couldn't defeat him. How's his back after being hunched over for so long? Long dead. This is more of a courtesy visit. I thought she said that he can pierce through any of the defensive magic. Was that the defensive magic of 80 years ago? It's advanced since then. Ordinary offensive magic has now been widespread. Understandable. Trying to having this kind of magic out there. Why wouldn't you fight back against it in many a way? With 80 years of advancements in magical learning. No wonder she was not worried in the slightest. And it was the magic that Frieren herself was using to teach her about defensive magic at the start. Although, has she just made herself a dangerous situation by monologuing? She's just she's going back to, well, yeah, there it is. Yep, ramp up a spell of her own. I like the edges of the magic. He let his attention slip. This is how his. Did she shoot through the ground or cliff? And turn his own magic against him. Jesus. That would be why she wasn't worried at all. How times have changed. Hmm. I mean, the Hat has seen better days. Just think back. A mere 80 years. God damn. And I wonder why he would immediately flip, get all too angry about it. How dare he get there first? Congratulations for living. That sight alone was giving him a reason to exist. But seeing ages pass so quickly and easily, I think he more than just believed in her. If she, even though she didn't see it herself, he knew that she wouldn't abandon the village. She's a lot more than just the aloof existence that she. Hopefully, that hat didn't mean that he was just waiting for the seal to be broken. It was more now he didn't need it. But the more I see of this show, I think the more my throat grows tense over the thought of everything over the years, what have come to be, what things might fall by the wayside and be forgotten. If nothing else, I want to make the most out of every moment I have. Spend it with those that I truly love. Try to leave a bit of history for myself. really love Frieren. It's what, 3 episodes in, and it's not really done anything other than just her journeying along, trying to regain feelings of her youth. Mere 80 years ago, the adventure she had with the Heroes Party, what they actually meant to her, and bits and pieces that they did along the way. Seeing how much she actually cared for them all, and was unable to show it back then, but the years has given her a little bit of wisdom. But I guess that's one thing that I really quite appreciate here is even though she couldn't show it herself, even though she didn't know it potentially herself, there were others that believed in her and could see for themselves that she'll finally get there. The fact that him all... Sure, maybe he liked her a bit more than was reciprocated, but slowly, as she recalls more and more of the time that they spent together, the more of an effect he actually had on her. Maybe she will really look into the resurrection or time magic. Even if it's just to send herself back. That kind of undo all everything that we've learned here, though. How much longer does she have to wander the earth to recapture all the memories of her past and go through them again before they are lost to the eons of time? I haven't thought of it wrong. I have thought of it before, actually thinking about it. You've got these big evil demon lords, or in this case, really a powerful mage coming up with this terribly strong spell, sealed away because nothing of the current era can really do anything to them. Fast forward on a little and they're nothing more than just party tricks. Their strength was zapped away by what we have now. It's like if we had some big evil sealed away by a civilization 2,000 years ago because they couldn't handle them. Okay, cool. With thermonuclear warheads. Checkmate, Demon King. To be fair, I think even a well-placed 45 would solve most issues. Now I kind of want to show about a fantasy world where magic and chance are king, and then just a guy with a pistol. Ah, you've got 4 minutes before you can cast that explosion spell. Well, let me just turn the safety off. But the feeling I get from Frieren, we got... I don't know, it's poignant, melancholic, mixed with a little nostalgia, even though I've never went through any of this. But seeing her reminisce and go through the past makes me think of years past, or even just months past, and what I would like to experience again. Those that I want to spend all my time with. We don't have to wait 80 years. We can figure something out now, while the time is still good. There's always hope, as long as you have something you want to aim for. No matter how slow you may be, we're working towards one goal or another. If you have enjoyed this show, and I truly hope you have, let me know. If you leave a like and a comment on the video, it helps me out more than you could probably realise. My channel needs it so badly. But for now, try to remember me. Get yourselves a bit of rest. And I'll see you for the next one. If you want to be part of the reason why my channel advances through the ages and doesn't get relegated to beginner level magic, consider joining onto my Patreon. Help me grow ever stronger, and no matter how long I start getting sealed away for, there's always something to come back to. So, I need to thank the likes of Noku, Sal, Croyville, Diego Zenhausen, Guado, Kite, Raywind, Lightwizard91, Xiuan, Tori Jane, and everyone else, because they really are the lifeblood of what I've been able to do here.